Well, hello and welcome to week 43. Um, I had the wrong
Great.
browser open there.
Yeah,
Week 43, early mission revamp. Um, I'm here with Cornet. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Enjoying my vacation. Enjoying the nice weather here.
Good, good, good. Oh man, what a day. Okay. Um, Seeing as we were running a wee bit late, would you be so kind as to kick us off, please?
Sure. So this update gives us improvements to the exploration missions, mainly, and a bit more. So the beachhead, live wire, and all exploration missions, uh, they have received improvements, except for the Spirit Walk one. And also the mammoth returns to the Arctic biome. So more
Ooh.
mammoth again. Yay. The the next 2 weeks of updates are focused on improving and updating our early missions on Olympus. This week we are focused on the first two missions and a whole category: beachhead, live wire, and exploration missions, minus the spirit walk. We also reintroduced the mammoth alongside some key player experience and performance improvements. These updates will benefit new Icarus players more than experienced prospectors who have already completed these missions. But they are an important part of our ongoing focus of learning, optimizing, and improving all aspects of the game. We have taken what we've learned from 43 weekly updates so far and our latest mission designs and applied them to these important first missions. So last week's edition of the Buffalo and Moa mounts have proven popular. We are taking on board lots of players' feedback and will continue to improve this system in the coming weeks.
Alrighty. And here we have a couple of
So it's going to be interesting to see the mammoths again. I
yeah.
reckon they will be in the central Arctic. Otherwise, they will be competing with the polar bears and making the southern Arctic even more difficult.
Yeah.
So I reckon it will be the Central Arctic, which is kind of easy at the moment. So hey, bring them on.
Yeah. And there we see a couple of the I can't remember what they're called, monitor lizards eating a carcass.
Uh, as for the mounts that have been added, yeah, I haven't actually looked at at the feedback they were giving for those mounts, because like I said, I'm on vacation, so I
Yeah.
do hope though they will improve at least like the weight capacity of the buffaloes.
Yeah. Um you would expect the
Right.
buffaloes to be able to carry
Uh,
way more than the mowers.
let's see. Next part, the exploration missions.
Alrighty. Exploration. I'll just scroll down a wee bit. There we go. All exploration missions, with the exception of Spirit Walk, have been improved with added exotic locations and the removal of all boundary limits to promote more adventure, free roaming, and discovery. Hey Froggy, how are you doing? I didn't miss your comment. We were just in the middle of starting the update. And he says he's jealous. He wants to go on vacation too.
Hey, Froggy. Yeah.
Okay. All explorations missions will now have a total of 10 exotic locations, the ones from Spirit Walk, plus 4 more throughout the map. These grant 2 to 400 exotics each over 3 spawns in total. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Spirit Walk was intentionally left untouched to not impact the popular farming setup that many players had developed. We've also removed the out of bounds limitations for all exploration missions and have changed how completion is achieved. Missions will now be considered finished when the attached scans are completed rather than when the player leaves the surface of the planet. This allows players to spend more time completing the exploration element of the mission and spend more time improving their character with the time they have left. Mm.
Yeah, the like quite a few of those exploration missions you could only access part of the map, which they have now changed. Now you can access the full map in the exploration missions.
Well, that's good.
Me like it. I mean, it's an exploration mission, right? So now you can actually explore the entire map per mission.
Yeah, you would expect it to be completely open, and if it's not, it's kind of disappointing, especially if you know that, you can get certain things from a certain area and then you can't get to it.
Yeah,
So that's a bit of a bummer.
yeah.
And
And also like the exotics veins in all the exploration missions now. So
yeah.
all those exploration missions will now have 3 veins. Where the Spirit Walk has 6 spawn locations, those other exploration missions now have 10 possible locations.
Hmm.
And yeah, that they were like, yeah, we're not gonna touch Spirit Walk. I'm glad about that. And yeah, a lot of players were using Spirit Walk for exotics farming. I mean, we have
Yes.
done it multiple times as well. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm glad they left that one alone.
Yeah, and you'll get a total of 6 to 1,200 exotics from those 3 spawns, which is good because we only just managed to clear um 1,000 exotics. I think 3 times out of the multiple times that we've actually done it.
Yeah,
So that'll be fun. And there we
yeah.
see in the image the return of the mammoth in the Arctic zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of mammoth fights. I mean, a couple of boss fights,
Yeah, but
but that's all. So I'm glad they're coming back to like uh
yeah,
the second no the third I think third beta weekend also needed you to go to the Central Arctic and kill a mammoth.
yes, and
Yeah,
bring the tusk home.
yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, mammoth and fixes. Do you want to take us through that?
So the mammoth has returned to the Arctic biome of Icarus after some much needed improvements and adjustments in its time away. We have also addressed a few long-standing issues worth mentioning. So the long-standing exposure issue has been fixed, meaning players do not immediately die due to prior weather exposure when respawned. The storm exposure bar no longer stays full when players respawn and will reset exposure and shelter values when a player dies. Uh, I like those changes because indeed, yeah, you die during a storm in the Arctic, you get revived, you like immediately had like full exposure bar, so you kind
Yeah,
of insta died again. So you
yeah,
had to wait till
yeah.
after the storm is over before somebody revives you,
Yeah. You'd
which
maybe
meant,
make, you'd make, you'd
especially
make,
in the Arctic, you have like frostbite straight away, things like
yeah,
that.
yeah. You'd get maybe about a dozen steps and then fall over again.
Yeah. So I'm glad I fixed that or that changed that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we've also addressed optimization through improving our texture setup, which should reduce the RAM usage in game for many players. Always good, because like Icarus is running heavy on resources,
yeah.
system
Carl will be
resources.
happy to hear that, I think.
Especially people who have only like 16 gigs of RAM in the machines.
Yeah,
That's gonna be nice.
yeah,
And finally, we've added the ability to easily scale the stockpile rewards by difficulty. providing more personalized and balanced missions.
Mm.
Yeah, those stockpile missions, we like only do them once just to tick
Get
them
them
off in the
done.
mission list, and
Yep.
then like, okay, no more stockpile.
Yep. Yeah, we've done it. That's it. It's out the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the rewards almost never are worth it. So
y-
yeah, if
Yeah.
they improve that, me happy.
Yeah. I like that.
So there are many more fixes and improvements in the change log below. So take a look at what we have been up to.
Alrighty. There's an Arctic storm picture.
Yep,
I love seeing
night
those storm clouds.
nighttime by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Torch in the light slot.
Yeah, but that definitely means freezing and cold because it's at night
Oh
in a
yeah,
storm with fur armor. Mm,
yeah, you're gonna be
yeah,
freezing
yeah, yeah. I hope they're next to a cave. It's just right behind them.
then. Yeah, and a campfire in your inventory.
Okie dokie. Beachhead. It's been so long, I don't remember that one. Um, Beachhead Recon has been expanded upon and improved, being the introductory mission to Icarus. We identified the need to make this educational and packed with valuable insights and guidance for new players. This includes two new quest steps which provide more direction into crafting and prompts players to practice the process of mining and consuming oxide. We also aim to provide a more peaceful and rewarding experience in this mission, updating spawn values and adding a small Ren payment to introduce players sooner to the mission reward system and workshop. I
Well,
like
first of
that.
all, Froggy, happy birthday! Congrats.
Oh, happy birthday! Yay, well done. How young are you, if you don't mind my asking? You don't have to answer that, by the way. Um,
So yeah, indeed, this mission didn't miss the whole oxide part. Like, hey, mine oxide so you can breathe. You had to figure it out yourself. So
yeah,
they added that. Also, apparently now you get some rewards there.
yeah. I think
I haven't
that's
checked the game, so I don't know how much rewards you will get. But
yeah. Well, I think getting a small Ren payment for the exploration, well, for the beachhead one, is kind of crucial because otherwise, it doesn't. You have to play it in order to get the quote unquote tutorial factor from it.
yeah,
Um, but the fact that you didn't get any rewards for it was a major letdown.
well, it's
Cons-
only the
con-
first mission. You only need to get to level 5 or so. But yeah, you needed to do the live wire mission afterwards in order to, I believe it was a live wire, right? In order
yeah.
to start using the workshop. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And next up, we have Livewire. Do you want to take us through that
Yep.
one, Corny?
So the live wire terrain scan has received a range of improvements and changes to improve the player experience and mission flow. Your first introduction to bears may now be friendlier, but only a little. Right, this is the one where you have to pick up the radar from the box and run to 3 locations to do the scanning. One which early days we did a speed run for.
Yes.
One with 2 cougars, and then one with 2 bears, and then one with the weather event.
Yeah.
You can finish it within one game day if you're fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the radar is now collected from the dropship and will also respawn here. Good, because if the radar got destroyed, you were basically like, sorry, mate. Uh,
Yeah. Well,
mission is over.
they used to give you a crate with three radars in it,
Did they have
which
3 radars?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
because you've got 3 different scans.
Yeah, but you
Um,
pick it up when you're done.
yeah, but if you only had
Uh,
2 players, it meant you could only carry 2, and if you lost one, you had to run all the way back to the crate to pick up
no,
the last one.
as far as I know, you only had one radar.
Well, when we played it, it always spawned you 3. Do you remember that picture where there were, like, 50 radars in a very small space because they kept
Nah,
respawning?
this this is the live wire. Only one radar in the crate originally.
Was there? I thought there was 3.
Nope, one only.
Okay. Well, it shows you how long it's been since I played it then.
Yeah, yeah, it's the second mission, so yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
has.
so Michael says doing great. Hope you two are well. Thanks for covering the specifics. Yeah, we're doing well, thank you. And hey, you're welcome for covering everything. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why we do it. So
Froggy
that if the
says,
and also
Gus,
if the peeps have any questions, it means we could, questions about what we're talking about. It means we can answer them too, if we can.
yeah, yeah. Froggy says, yeah, I think I only have done 2 missions. Like only these 2 missions, only the beachhead and the live wire. Man, you've been missing out a lot on Icarus then.
Wow. I
Anyway, let us continue with the live wire changes, shall we?
Yep, sure.
The pool of enemies encountered has been expanded to add more variety, including bear cubs and boars. Bear cubs in Olympus.
Wow. I thought boars were
Although
already
we
in
have,
Olympus.
yeah, but they weren't in this mission, or at least they didn't spawn at the scan locations in this mission. Bear
Yeah.
cubs, we actually have seen them before here with the geezers.
Yes.
So, yeah. But now there's apparently more variety of enemy spawning. Now I'm not sure it's like a random enemy spawning or you'll have multiple types of animals spawning.
Hmm. Guess we'll have to play it and find out.
Yeah, yeah. Since it's the second mission and this is basically targeted towards the new players, I reckon it will be the random one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it might be a bit too hard for players who only just started playing the game.
Yeah, well, remember when we met our first bears? Oh my god.
Yep,
It was the case of you can't outrun these fuckers. Come on.
indeed. So yeah, Froggy says playing alone is just not fun. Michael agrees. It gets monotonous starting from scratch all the time. Uh, True, to a certain extent, it becomes a bit a grind. But he doesn't mind playing with others. It does indeed make a big difference if you're playing with a team. Like Ecco and I, we tend to play together. And yeah, it's better. It's more fun to play with someone else than playing alone, definitely.
Yeah. Half the work means half the time spent trying to set up camp, to the point where I think, we've become so proficient at it. I think we can. What would you say the minimum time we can set up a base?
All depends how far you want to go, but like
I think we can
we
get
can have
us.
the
We can get it to
machining bench
us.
within an hour.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I was going to say we can create a stone base with inside of 1 hour.
Yeah, Michael, indeed, it's just one build and another one grabs supplies. Well, actually, you start out both grabbing supplies, especially wood.
Yeah,
But at some point, indeed, I start building, and Echo keeps providing me with wood, and starts hunting for food, for leather, for fur, for the bedrolls and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, Froggy as well as just
yeah,
2 or 3 faster farming and getting things done faster. True, true.
yeah, yeah. It also
Anyway,
means that you can like be you can have a dedicated miner and a dedicated hunter and a dedicated builder.
Yeah,
So, yeah, exactly. Well, let's continue, shall we?
yeah. So the radar will now have a durability limit and can be destroyed, similar to the system in Styx missions. Hence the respawn in the dropship.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The quest objectives now mention that creatures will be attacking to give the players more time to prepare and not like you put the radar up and all of a sudden you see a couple of bears running at you like, what's the peep is going on? At least now
Well,
the mission step will tell you like, hey, you will be attacked. Is the good?
yeah, I suppose so. Since that's only the second mission, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Later on, no, because that's part of the fun.
Well, if you're a bit more experienced, you know you're gonna be attacked. You start a scan, you know it's gonna attract the animals. But if you're just a starting player, it is like the first time you use a radar. You don't know this.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see. The number and frequency of enemy spawns now scales with the difficulty and the number of players present in game to provide a more balanced experience. Again, we usually do it with like 2 people or maybe 3 people. Normal difficulty to get a speed run done. But indeed, it didn't matter whether you were with 2 or with 3 people. The animals attacking you were always the
The
same.
same. Yes.
The one is like 2 leopards, the other one is 2 bears, and the other one is a bunch of wolves, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think five or six wolves. Yeah,
Unless you time it so that you do the scan during a weather event, because then the wolves don't spawn.
yeah,
And the scanning process will now stop if the player moves outside the designated zone, and players are prompted to move closer to reactivate the process. So you can't cheese it by like starting the scan, then run away, wait for the scan to finish, because if you're not close to the scanner or to the radar, it won't get attacked. So you can no longer cheese it that way.
yeah. But didn't
Me. Mhm.
yeah, didn't we? Oh no, you can't. That they're not the ones that you can put up a pole. They've got to snap.
No, yeah, they have the snap location on the ground. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okie dokie. And
right.
next up, that's a nice picture of the was it a desert cave at night?
Uh, I don't know whether or not it's a cave actually. If you look top middle,
Hmm.
is it sky?
Looks like it. Yeah.
No,
I th-
it's not actually. It's not.
no.
No, 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 no. I opened it in a new tab, so it's a bit bigger. So it's not the sky. It's like the ceiling of the cave. So yeah, this must be one of the big desert caves.
Yeah. Alrighty. And we are into the change log, so we can pretty much skip the new because we've just been through it um, with the update information so far, wouldn't you say?
Rebels. Yeah, there is indeed nothing new except for like the stuff we already talked about here, right? So we can go straight to the fixes.
Okie dokie.
Removed some unneeded alpha channels on voxel albedo and RMA textures, halving the file size, saving almost half a gig of memory use while playing. That's quite significant.
That's huge, actually.
Eh, quite significant.
Hmm.
Again, especially for the people who don't have that much RAM in their PCs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
So to fix the bug where the setting toggle sprint would not work when riding a mount, Something for you, because I don't have that function enabled.
Yeah,
Updated the Shenggong Sushi Pickaxe description to not indicate that it is easily repaired, as it is no different to any other workshop item. Never actually looked at the description of the sushi pickaxe that well.
me neither, but you can, eat again. The workshop items are now easily repaired so long as you have a repair kit.
Yeah, but apparently this one was the only one which had in the description that it's easily repaired.
Oh,
So
okay.
why was this the only one with this description, as the repair process is the same for all workshop items?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is true.
I can understand that they fixed this discrepancy.
Yeah, okay. This next one's quite a big one, actually.
Mm,
Fixed an issue where the damage indicator wasn't facing the correct direction.
not sure. Did you see it like mirrored or something?
Um, I seem to remember seeing a damage indicator on my right hand side, but it was pointing left. So instead of being curving and pointing to the right, it was actually curving and pointing to the left, but it was on the right hand side.
Okay. No, I don't recall having had issues with this actually. So, yeah.
Well, they fixed it, which we like. We've already been through this next one because that was part of the new setups above. The storm exposure bar no longer stays full when a player respawns, resetting the exposure and shelter values when a player dies. Disabled any shelter traces until respawn.
Yeah. And basically the one below as well.
Yeah. Weather
Like weather actions
actions.
no longer add modifiers to dead players. This means that players do not immediately die due to prior weather exposure when respawned. And like frostbite in the Arctic, heat stroke in the desert,
Yeah.
which is good.
Good. Yeah. Fixed river audio, sometimes cutting out when river spline intersection around river spline intersection points. FMOD voices were being inappropriate culled by virtualization when the proximity parameter applied a volume offset as different river audio components moved close to one another. Moved the volume offset to a submix channel so that FMOD ignores it in virtualization calcs, and also tweaked the
Situations.
proximity curve to blend more smoothly around braided river intersections.
So basically, when two rivers unite and become one river, sometimes there was no audio. They fix it.
Alrighty, we like that.
Yeah, they fix it by moving the volume offsets to the submix channel.
Yeah. This next one
Oh,
we've been through as well. They added the ability to easily scale stockpile rewards by difficulty.
yeah,
And finally, added missing file changes to valid ammo types .cpp/h reconciled offline work.
yeah. The last dot is like the
Oh, the
completion of the
full
sentence.
stop. Yes.
Yeah.
Duh.
And actually, this whole valid ammo type thingy, I believe, is mentioned in the future thingy.
Okie dokie. So we'll go straight into that. Submitting bat dog carcass, and respective textures.
Yet a new animal, the bat dog.
Mmm.
Flying
Wow.
dog of some kind? Oh,
Bat dog?
yeah.
That should be
Really,
interesting.
yep.
Okay, so there's a couple of
See.
things there for some decals.
Sledgehammer notes prototype for testing. There's
Oh,
the sledgehammer again.
yeah. Corrected
Oh.
Needler aggro bus routing. Another,
And adding the needler aggro event and fixing events where the min-max wasn't set to the same as the specialized. So yeah,
yeah,
needler is gonna be aggroing on you like a wolf, bear, etc. So it's gonna be an aggressive animal.
yep,
Cool.
yep. Okie dokie. Now there's a couple down here about missions that will be coming. So they've scaled the opulence mission objectives and the spelunking mission objectives with selected difficulty.
Yep. Opulence mission we have heard about before.
Yeah.
Spelunking is new, or at least I don't recall having seen anything about a spelunking mission yet.
No, no, not yet. Anyway, so that's interesting. Alrighty,
Let's see.
skipping. Oh, we're gonna get a
Hey,
blackberry bush.
added ivy to the mangrove
Oh,
variable 2 blueprint.
yeah,
So it's gonna be like poison ivy, like you run around through the forest and you get poisoned.
that'll be interesting. Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, so we've got blackberry bush, we've got a mushroom shelf,
yeah. The
and
mushroom shelf is new as
yep,
such.
and a new tree if aspen is correct.
Mm, Aspen has been mentioned before.
Yeah. Okay. Um. There we go. We've had that already up above.
Updated
Uh.
blueprint with some ivy, but turned over to Joe to finish the ivy placement. Yeah. Let's see, what else did I see here? Change paper doll armor icons. It's gonna be new armor set, paper doll.
Don't know, but we've got another mention of it underneath. Delete old
Yeah,
unused static paper doll texture. Pre-render target implementation.
yeah, it's interesting.
Hmm. Yeah.
By the way,
Okay.
if you go back up a bit, just underneath the one added ivy, you'll see there they added a valid ammo types data table and changed the firearm data to use this data table instead of having an array of static items.
Okay. I'm sorry.
This
Where'd you?
allows us to create. Hey, what is it? It is a rather big one. Or is it further down? Oh, then it's further down. Sorry. So this allows us to create new bows and select all arrows instead of manually going through and hence selecting each arrow into an array whenever a new bow, gun, or crossbow is introduced into the game. In other words, they're gonna make it easier for them to add new bows, crossbows, guns. I don't think they would do it if they don't intend to actually add those. So
Hmm.
get some new, and
Interesting.
maybe even some new ammo types as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. They added dev only cured leather crafting process for testing. Okay. But also allowed platinum weaves to be crafted on an advanced armor bench even if you don't have the bench unlocked.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know anymore, but in the tertiary, don't you? No, platinum weave. No, it's not a blueprint, I believe. I don't know.
Um.
Because if it is a blueprint locked behind the armor bench, then you still shouldn't be able to actually make it.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, you cannot unlearn a blueprint, so is it that hard to test?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. This is funny. They added the spelunking mission. I'm thinking maybe we should start at the bottom and work our way up with these.
Yeah. Ah well.
Added grass to the tundra and grasslands layer right on the bottom. Removed cliff blend to tundra landscape.
Yep. A bit more up, like just above the one with the allowed platinum weave. Added second material to vines for the mangrove fallen trunk hollow variant. So we're gonna get like hollow trees as well.
Oh, that'll be interesting. And I
Yeah,
wonder
can we
whether
then
run
get
through them.
go in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can we run through them
or hide in it for storms and stuff.
from bears?
Storms.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
They added the hollow trees in swamp and cliffs in tundra. Blue Quartz DLC. A bit more up. So yeah, well, we'll have to see what we can do with those hollow trees. Would
Yeah,
be nice if you can take shelter or hide or something.
yeah, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I think
Wow.
this is
This is pretty much the end of the. Yes, it is. That's the end of the updates. Wow, we rattled through that pretty quick.
yeah, it's a very short one indeed.
Yeah.
But then again, there isn't a whole lot new stuff. So
No,
yeah,
there's just a couple of tweaks and improvements and uh, im- uh, updates to current missions.
yeah, and I reckon next week will be kind of the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I think yeah, that's it for this one here. So I reckon I'm done for today.
You certainly are. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you very much. Um,
Welcome.
we are going to take I don't know, 10, 10-minute break. That'll give me a chance to heat up something to eat. I haven't had supper yet. I'm absolutely ravenous. And it'll also give me a chance to swap the information over, etc.,
Yeah.
etc., for the gameplay. Um,
So no worries, folks. There will be gameplay. Carlos is gonna fill in for the Friday night gameplay for me.
yeah,
So yeah, there will be gameplay.
yes, there
I won't
will.
be there, but Echo still will be there. Carl will be there. So
Yeah,
don't worry.
yeah. You were on vacation, so
Yeah,
don't
playing
even.
from here ain't a good idea.
No.
I don't think my laptop will be powerful enough to run the game proper, let
Yeah,
alone with streaming and everything. No, it's not not gonna
yeah.
work.
Well, you are on holiday, so you should go and enjoy the next week, and
Ooh, I'm planning to. Don't worry.
we
Eh,
will talk to you next Friday for next week's update.
alrighty.
Alrighty, so we will be back at 22:50 hours. That's GMT, which is
Uh,
currently still UTC +1. So we will see you at 10 minutes to the hour for some live gameplay with Carl. So we are going to say until then, it's good night from me,
and good night from her.
and we will see you on the next one in a little bit. So until then, just remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you very shortly. Good night.